So it's National Infertility Week, and I didn't want the week to go by without posting at least one video on my YouTube about my infertility journey. And yes, I look this bad again. I need to really try to get myself together before I do videos. But anyway, benefit of being home with my family is that I have time to shoot a video. So I just wanted to quickly say that my journey, I guess, with discovering the difficulty of getting pregnant started when I was 43 years old. I married later in life. Both my husband and I were in our 40s when we got married, and we started pretty much trying to have kids as soon as we met. I mean, really. But by the time we got married, which was about 9 months after we started dating, because we knew we wanted to be married, we knew we wanted to start a family, we immediately ran into trouble, which I knew we would because I had fibroids and I was, extreme advanced maternal age. I mean, geriatric pregnancy was a kind of like a running joke for me. I mean, I was beyond geriatric at 43 trying to get pregnant. But anyway, I want to go into detail about a lot of things, but I wanted to make this video to just say that I ended up getting pregnant with IUI after 2 rounds of IVF. So, I'm a living witness that God can do all things, and I praise him right now because he can do all things. 2 rounds of failed IVF. Let me clarify. But when I got pregnant with IUI, it was such an awesome blessing, and it was also too after a pretty devastating pregnancy loss that I can talk more about in different videos. But I wanted to post this one about IUI because getting pregnant with IUI, when I was going through the process of IUI, one thing I didn't know about was Clomid and how it can make you feel. And I remember I went on YouTube to kind of like search it, and there weren't a lot of videos where women talked about how Clomid, which is the medication that's used, is largely used all around the world and often to help women get pregnant who have trouble ovulating. That's primary reason why most times your doctor will put you on Clomid. And I already see now I need to give more details about Clomid, but basically, if you're having trouble ovulating, it's the go-to medication. And it's pretty much used standard with most IUI protocols. And I can research it a little bit more and do a follow-up video about Clomid. But the thing that I didn't know was that it makes you feel so crazy. I use the word crazy because when I finally found a YouTube video about Clomid, they were calling it the Clomid crazies. So anybody who's watching this video right now, you should know you're not crazy. Clomid makes you feel super labile, which means your moods are all over. Your mood is all over the place. You can feel high and then feel low, and it just makes you feel very, very emotional. And I think the majority of the emotions that most women feel, or I should say the majority of women feel, the anger emotion, it really brings out a lot of anger in you. And I was just wrapped so tight, tightly wound, wrapped so tight when I was taking the Clomid. And I had a standard protocol where you take it by mouth for 5 days. And then I also did a medicated round of IUI with Folostim, which is a medication that basically helps your ovarian follicles grow in size, for lack of a better term, enlarge. And so I started off with the 5-day Clomid protocol, and then I did the Folostim, and then I did a trigger shot, and then I went in for the IUI, which is intrauterine insemination, where my husband provided the sperm sample. He was so proud of himself. he had 68 million sperm. They provide the sperm sample the day of your insemination because essentially you're being inseminated. That's, again, with the insemination. That's what it's referencing. That's what it's doing. And they take the man's sperm and they like wash it down and try to get the fastest swimmers that they inseminate you with. And it's really in depth. And I'll do another video about how IUI works. But I just want people to know that, yeah, Clomid can make you feel really crazy. And I think it's a good video to have online because a lot of women don't know it. And what I tell everyone when I talk to them about the Clomid is just be aware that you're going to feel kind of crazy. And you're going to be labile and emotional, which most of the fertility medications kind of induce. But it might be anger that you feel. And that's okay, because once you know about it or you expect it, then you're good, because you can kind of try to control yourself for those 5 days or those 10 days that it works out to, if you're talking about how you feel for the entire cycle. But anyway, yeah, Clomid, it's a real thing. The medication really can induce some crazy. So it's good for you to know that.